Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Iceberg Lounge. I am your host, Thomas Single. With me in seat number 2, as always, is Randy Dobbins.
Hello.
And on this episode, we are going to be going through issue number 2 of Batman and Fortnite's 0 Point arc. So let's get to our usual commercial break, and then we will be back talking about the second issue. Hey, this is Thomas Single from the Iceberg Lounge, and I'm here to talk to you today about Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place, and guess what? It's absolutely free, which you can use right from your cell phone or computer just like I do. They even have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds amazing. They'll even distribute your podcast for you. You don't even have to do it yourself. So it can be heard everywhere, from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. So why don't you download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And we're back. So, for my notes on page 1 of the comic, it seems like it's telling, like, for my notes, it says he forgets where he is and who he is, and started leaving notes for himself, like on his wrist and on batarangs. Um, and like some of the messages are, like the first one is on his wrist and it says, "This has happened before." Another one, "You have 22 minutes." And then the other two on his other wrist and batarang seem like coordinates almost.
I'm just wondering where the coordinates come out to on the map.
Yeah, because there's two sets of them. And I almost want to say one of them is obviously his place. Hey, yeah, sorry, I had to take a call and apparently it went weird. Um, but I'm back. But where I was one recording obviously is, I think, his place in Slurpy Swamp.
Yeah,
But like the other one, I feel like might be Catwoman's locale, maybe.
but wouldn't her locale change every loop though?
Yeah, unless they kind of figured that they're being the same place, because it seems like he's dropping the same place every time.
Yeah,
Which is near what looks like is in Weeping.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I just found that was a little interesting when it came to that. Um, and so now we move on to page 2 and 3. As we can see, the brand new bat suit. We can call this the Zero suit. That's what I'm gonna call it. At least version 1 of it. And then on page 3, he meets Ruckus for the first time.
I thought he met Ruckus in the first issue.
He probably did.
Because remember, he got ambushed by Ruckus, did he not?
Oh wait, I think so. Hold on, let me look for a second. I think you're right though. Let me. Yep. First issue. Yeah, he got ambushed by Ruckus. Yeah. So it seems like almost like a Groundhog's Day sort of thing to where he's playing out the same scenario over and over again.
Yeah. Because he questions, how long have I been here on page 2?
Yeah. Obviously we can see he still doesn't kill. And what's interesting is he says he has multiple sanctuaries on the island.
Which
And
is interesting because where else would he hide besides the bat chat?
which for Batman to do this is not new. Because even in Gotham City, he has bat caves all over Gotham City just in case.
Yeah.
Um, he's real paranoid like that. But that does fit his MO if he had multiple sanctuaries.
But here's my thing though: if he, I- it's one of those things where, what's the point in this? What's the point of having multiple when you're not going to remember where every one of those are?
Which could bring up the point maybe that second coordinate is to a different
Batcave.
Batcave that we might be getting in a later update. If there is.
Because remember, I've told you this before while we were playing one night that there was a leak before this season came out, around how right before Halloween, that there was like a bat sound in the files and it's supposed to be for the grotto.
True, and I think that would fit him perfectly. Um, which that would be nice if they surprise us with it. That would be very nice because I miss the grotto.
Me too. And it would fit Batman. It's very Batcave esque.
Exactly. So on page 4, we see he's in Slurpy Swamp at his location there. Um, and he questions himself because he doesn't know who made him into a Batman. Um, which is weird because he's just like, I don't know why I'm dressed as a bat right now.
Yeah.
And then he has directions to Catwoman's place on a piece of wood that tells him the cat is a friend. So that's when he heads out. I
What
just
I what I found interesting is he has a GPS.
Yeah, exactly. So he had to have made it at some previous loop.
Yeah, he had to. To me, I think a lot of the stuff that he's done, like building the Bat Shack, building this GPS stuff like that, he's done between issues.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
obviously he's not going to be able to do all this in one issue.
Exactly. So on page 5, he ends up seeing a bunch of people fighting, and at first he doesn't know if Meowscles or Catwoman is his ally, which I think is funny because only thing he has on that thing was the cat is a friend, and so
Yeah.
you have Catwoman and Meowscles fighting,
Not only
and it's
Catwoman, but you also got to think. You got to think. There's Catwoman, Meowscles, there's Lynx, there's Kit.
true, true, and so he walks up on Meowscles and Catwoman, but he figures Catwoman is. But Catwoman at this time doesn't seem to remember him because later on in the later panels, she uses her whip against him. And here we finally see Catwoman's new suit. And so in the next page, on page 7, um, not on page 7, page 6, my bad. like he hands a batarang.
That to her that says the bat is a friend.
Exactly. And I guess something clicked with her. Um, but then, as we can see, they both died in the storm.
And if you notice, like in the panel before he gives her the batarang, he's using another batarang to write on that batarang.
Exactly. Just imagine how sharp that is.
I just want to. I can't imagine the noise coming from it.
Oh yeah. And so that's when they first died in this comic. And so now on page 7, we see Catwoman finds him first now.
And throws the batarang at him.
Exactly. And at this point, they're near the shark. And it seems like they're driving off the island to where the what is that ship that was in season 4?
The yacht.
No, season 4 in the Marvel season, where it was our island.
Talking about the helicarrier.
Yeah, like they were heading that way, but then they realized that they couldn't do that at all. Um, and as they drive off, you see their hands meet, so it looks like little romance going on, which is interesting because they've always been on and off in the comics. Um, page 8, um, a revelation comes out where it seems like the whole place is artificial. Like apparently none of it's natural. It seems like it's all artificial. What do you think about that?
I don't know, like, because he does say, I have.
Say that again. We lost you. We
Oh,
lost you. Say that again.
sorry, someone was calling me. Um, it, but he does say, I have a theory that this whole place is artificial.
Which is interesting because that means that every piece of it can be manipulated, which we've seen.
Yeah,
Um, and then at this time, Catwoman gets shot, ending on page 8, and it seems like she got shot by
Ultima not.
Ultima 9.
And I love the way that Peely looks in that little panel.
It's Shadow Peely too.
Oh, it is.
It is. Um, page 9. Um, another revelation comes out where feelings seem to stay, but memories disappear. So it seems every round you have, whatever memories you make in that 22 minutes carries over. Oh, feelings. Yeah, feelings carry over, but the memories disappear.
Exactly.
So this is almost how they're all. It seems like they're making their feelings more of a memory now than their own memory.
Yeah.
So, and then as we can see, they all die again in the storm. In pages 10 and 11, I like how they did this. It shows them in um, steamy
Steamy.
stacks, and there's a timer that they started to set so that way they know how much time they have left to do what they have to do in 22 minutes. And both of them see Harley. And this is where it gets kind of funny. Um, they see literally Harley flossing, emoting, and Batman's like, she seems to be going native. So you're getting more and more native to the island now whenever you start emoting.
But here's the thing, though. What I like is he says, but if she's been here as long as the cat and I have been here together, is no wonder she's gone native.
Yeah,
But like, to me, that just means like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that she's not as like strong willed as Catwoman and Batman?
possibly she's not fighting it.
Yeah. Also, I
Because if
like
you look at Harley as a character, like her being able to do whatever she wants on an island, killing people, and not having to worry about the consequences, that
that.
she knows that if she gets hurt, she'll just be back. Like,
I mean, that fits the character.
yeah, she's probably embraced it, if anything. Maybe they'll be able to snap her out of it later on.
Yeah. I like how she's fighting DJ Yonder and uh Sergeant Winter and the pajama skin.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, she's fighting all them with her baseball bat.
Yeah. And then we have Dark Knight's Delta Death Metal on the next page.
Oh yeah, the death metal kind of um comics that they are trying to sell.
And don't forget, guys, this podcast episode is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
No, it's not. No,
That
no,
is
it's
a
not.
run. That is a running joke between us. I try to tell him that all the time.
Yeah. So page 12, um, there's another bat note that he sends out to Harley to try to communicate. She is not interested at all. But after that, he Batman discovers the storm is the key to all of this, and everyone dies in the storm.
Yeah.
And so Harley Quinn does not want to join them because I honestly, like I said, I think she likes the chaos too much.
Chaos Agent.
Possibly. Um, page 13, we see Batman and Catwoman tracking the storms. Um, Batman says that the storm is delicate, easily damaged, and here's another revelation, not native. It is not native to the island, whatever this storm is. And as they're figuring this out, they die in the storm. So now we know that all this might be artificial. The storm isn't native.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. Here's another thing. If Batman shows that if you're strong enough willed, you can continue to do this. People in this game can continually do this, and they can figure out how to get out.
Exactly. It's just, are you giving in to whatever's manipulating them or not?
Yeah.
Because on page 14, we see that they figured out the epicenter of the storm is a safe zone, that the storm never fully covers it. And so they decided to test that. And as they try to test it together, we see a little more romance as they're looking deep into each other's eyes as they both die.
Kind of sus.
Kinda, yeah, kinda. Which it kind of makes sense because you can't have two winners. So obviously, both of them are gonna just die. Page 15 and 16, we see that the epicenter idea did not work. But the next idea is, well, if two can't, then maybe one can. And this is where Batman sacrifices himself in the storm to let Catwoman escape.
And he
And
scratches on his armor one left.
exactly. So that way he would know next round you only can have one left.
Yeah.
And
I kind of feel bad for Leviathan.
oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, they broke his helmet.
And now
Oh
he's gonna
no.
die.
Oh, that ain't good at all. And as you can see, Batman's fighting Ruckus again. Ruckus just does not like Batman at all.
Maybe
And
in another life he was Batman.
maybe. And Batman looks into the epicenter and he sees Catwoman shimmering. And then they obviously we have that bat note where he leaves himself one left and then dies in the storm. So Catwoman was shimmering. Which could be kind of like whatever happens when the Victory Royale thing happens, possibly.
That's what I was thinking.
But it seems like now, um, they she didn't make it out. She didn't make it out of the storm. And so I skip. Do you have anything for pages 17 and 18 you want to discuss?
Is that the one where they're kind of hiding in that little basement?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know who I thought. So they're looking through the window at
Mm.
somebody's feet. You know who I thought it was?
Who?
I thought it was Deadpool
That would be interesting if it was.
because I was like, as I was reading it when I got this issue, I was like, "Yo, is that Deadpool? Did they put Deadpool in a Marvel in a DC comic?"
Which would be interesting because it interesting fact, whenever they did do a DC Marvel crossover, Deadpool and Harley Quinn had a thing together.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Um and so you have anything for page 18? It's the one where Batwoman and Catwoman are fighting people. It looks like I can't tell.
It's
Possibly
it's
it's
a Coral
yeah.
Castle. I think who it was that I saw that you see was the skin. I can't think of it, but it's got the red suit. His head's on fire.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what that one is either. He's from the Lava Legends set.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember the name either. I see Rex in the background though. But as
but
we can see, oh, go ahead, Randy.
I was about to say on the left page, he's back at weeping,
Yeah.
and he gets attacked by Ruckus.
Oh, on the last page, yeah. But on page 19, before we get to that, we see them finally kiss for I think the first time, which they've been teasing it the whole comic. But what is so crazy about it is right after they get done, or right when they're kissing, or after they get done kissing, she stabs him.
Yeah,
Stabs him. And then lets him die in the storm as she's the last one left. And then, like you was bringing up, the last page, he wakes up again where the comic starts, and it's starting all over again with Ruckus.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where it's like the first issue started with him there fighting Ruckus, and then the second issue begins and ends with him there fighting Ruckus.
And that's what it's to me, it's almost like a Groundhog's Day event for him, where he's having to relive the same thing over and over again, except for there's little tiny differences only because of notes he's living himself.
But
this would be the reason Catwoman escaped the loop.
yeah, because she beat Batman.
Yeah, she literally killed Batman, and she escaped the loop.
And got the number 153 Royale. Not with that to get down.
And so that's where issue 2 leaves us. Catwoman escapes the loop. Batman wakes up again to fight Ruckus again, just like he does every other loop around. And so join us next time as we go into issue 3 to see where DC and Fortnite will lead us more into this story. Thank you again for watching the Iceberg Lounge, or listening to the Iceberg Lounge. Remember to share, like, comment if you see this on YouTube. Share it with your friends and family. Remember to leave us 5-star reviews. It helps us get more eyes on us. Thank you for everyone who watches and listens, whether it's on YouTube or on any of your podcasting platforms. If you would like to support the Iceberg Lounge, go to patreon.com/trji, and for only $1 a month, you can become a VIP to the Iceberg Lounge, and you will get all of my content, which includes the podcast, includes the YouTube channel, and maybe we can start getting Randy's content on there as well. You'll get the first upload first before anyone else. We can try to work on that, but always know God loves you and we love you, and always remember, all to God. We'll see you in the next episode.